G'day fellas, it's your boy Treppin. We've got a bit of a different upload today. I finally reached Master Prestige level 500, so I thought I would take you through all my stats and my creator classes and my in-game settings. So without further ado, we'll get into some of my classes, or all of my classes. So we start off with my VMP. This VMP class setup is pretty OP. It's quick draw, grip and stock, with afterburner, fast hand, scavenger and awareness. I use awareness just due to the fact I've got a pretty good headset and it makes it easy to hear enemies. Obviously fast hands and quick draw go hand in hand, and you've got the afterburner just to be a little bit more nimble around the map, and then you've got the scavenger just so you don't have to pick up anybody else's weapons and you don't run out of ammo. So moving on to the next one, this class setup's pretty beast as well. You've got the grip, fast mags, long barrel and rapid fire. It absolutely shreds people. And we've got ghost, fast hands, awareness. You'll see awareness in most of my class setups. The perks change a little bit but not too much. This class setup just goes absolutely off. So moving on to the next one, we've just got quick draw and grip. This one's my real Santorin class. So we've got ghost, fast hands, scavenger, awareness and dead silence. It's just so I can run around the map and not have to change weapons, so on and so forth. As per what I've said before, I've gone with more perks and attachments just because the VMP doesn't really need much, but you can go really OP with it if you do add a lot. Then we've got another VMP. Most of my class setups are VMP just due to the fact that it is probably my favourite weapon. This is more of my stealth setup, so if I'm versing like large parties, because I mostly play single on multiplayer. So we've got the grip, quick draw and suppressor with ghost, fast hands, awareness and dead silence. And then we move into one of my AR classes, which is the HVK. This gun goes absolutely off. We've got the ELO, quick draw, extended mag and stock with an RK5, which is overpowered to the shithouse. Then we've got ghost, scavenger, awareness. As you'll see on most of my ARs, that's pretty much the main setup for it. But this class just shreds. If you want to go hard with an assault rifle and you don't want to burst one, you go with this one. I reckon it's very, very good. And then we've got my free for all class setup, which is just fast mags, grip and extended mags. And we've got ghost, fast hands, awareness, and dead silence. Yes, I sound Tor and free for all. It's very, very, very OP. It's probably the easiest way to win games in free for all, because every footstep you hear is obviously an enemy. So I've got some pretty good games with this setup, and it just goes absolutely off. And then we've got the king of all SMGs at the moment, the Vespa. So we've got the grip, extended mags, fast mags, and rapid fire with ghost, scavenger, and awareness. This gun is absolutely off the chain with these setup with this class. You might think rapid fire on the Vespa is a bit too much. It does take a little bit to get used to. It does have a little bit more recoil, but with the latest buff to the Vespa's recoil, you can handle it a lot easier. So if you want to give the Vespa a go, definitely try this out. It'll take a little bit to get used to, but definitely it goes absolutely crazy. And then we've got my spawn trapping sub setup, so it's just quick draw, grip, and fast mags with a C4, just to throw into other areas of the spawn. And then once they spawn in, they're pretty much dead because you just explode it. So you just worry about one of the areas. And then we've got the fast hands, scavenger, and blast suppressor, just to stay just that little bit more stealthy to actually get into the spawns, and then you just go off with the fast hands and scavenger. And then we've got my last two ARs, which the first one is my MAA7 with ELO, quick draw and grip, with the perk overkill to have a VMP with the grip on it. And then we've got ghost, fast hands and awareness. The fast hands is mostly there due to the fact that When I switch to my VMP, I can get there a little bit quicker, and when I'm actually stationary or not sprinting, I can actually bring up my weapon with the VMP fast, just due to the fact that I don't have any quick draw on that. But this goes absolutely off if you get into the longer engagements. Obviously your M8A7 is just there to go off for you, but then if you get into those tighter situations, you just pull out the VMP, and then that obviously just goes hard for you as well. So you've got best of both worlds on that one, and it's crazy good. And then we've got probably my biggest OP AR setup that I've probably played with. It's just ELO, quick draw, stock, and long barrel. Long barrel is crazy on this gun. Just one burst people from pretty much everywhere over the map. And you second that with the Marshall, and that is just as crazy. The amount of times I've turned on people with this gun is just incredible. And then once again, we've just got ELO, scavenger, and awareness. The reason why I don't have fast hands on this one is due to the fact that I actually have quick draw on this one. So I don't necessarily need fast hands. Yes, it would be a little bit faster if I did, but I don't need it. So that's all my class setups there, guys. Hopefully you get something out of them. Possibly use some of them and have some success like I have. So we'll go into my score streaks. Currently at the moment I'm using Cerberus, Wraith, and Raps. Pretty good setup. The Cerberus is there mostly just to annoy people. It doesn't pick up a lot of kills, but what it does do is it stays around for quite a period of time. You can pretty much put it out at the a quarter of the way through a domination match, and it will be there for most of the first half / second half if you bring it out early in the second half. So it's just more of an annoyance for people. The Wraith obviously is just OP as all hell, and the Raps, you run the Wraith and the Raps, people try and shoot down the Wraith, they get killed by the Raps. So it just goes hand in hand, I reckon. Sometimes I'll run the Hater, I'll run the Wraith, Hater, and Raps. That's probably my other second favourite, just due to the fact that once you get the Hater, you can see where they're all going and what they're all doing. But that's my score streaks at the moment. Now, I'll just move on to my in-game settings. So I run a sensitivity of 7/7. I just find it works well for myself. My button layout is default because I have just recently got my hands on a Scuff controller, which has changed a lot of things for me. So I just play on default because I can jump and all that sort of stuff with the back paddles now, and it feels amazing. And I play on flipped just because I feel that it's a little bit easier, or maybe aims down slight just that tad faster because you're not pressing in any triggers. But if you don't have a Scuff controller and you're looking to sort of be able to jump around and move around the map a little bit easier and so on and so forth, I do recommend playing on stick and move, because your R3 becomes your jump, which is pretty much like using a Scuff. It's just that you can sometimes just go a little bit off aim, but I would really recommend it. That's what I used before I got a Scuff. So I've pretty much used it right up until maybe a week and a bit ago, and it's done me well all throughout that time. I know a lot of people say tactical, but in this game you're jumping a lot more than you are going crouch or prone, so that's why I use stick and move. It just works wonders for me. And that's pretty much all my settings that I use. It's really helped me out throughout what I've been doing. And if I can just say one thing, with your graphics, turn the brightness up as far as you can without it being too difficult to sort of have some glare coming back off the screen, just because you can pick up enemies in those darker places like the cave in Hunted. Sometimes can be pretty dark, so it lets you pick up people a lot better in that. So thanks for your time today. I hope you get something out of these setups and what I use. The only other thing that I have is I run combat focus, just due to the fact that I do enjoy getting those higher kill streaks, and you can get them relatively easy if you are using combat focus in the right way, such as like you cap a flag, you pop it whilst capping a flag, maybe you kill someone whilst on there. There's pretty much pretty much only need one more kill after that, and you've got a Cerberus, and then your Wraith and your Raps flow on from there. So combat focus is very good if you're going single through multiplayer and you're versing parties, just because you can get those score streaks a little bit easier. So that's everything I play with and everything that I do. So I hope you get something out of it and possibly use some of these tips and creator classes that I use. You can always message me if you want something else, but thank you very much for your time, and I hope you all enjoy. And yeah, please use some of these classes. Thank you very much.